How's it going, ladies and Bruces? I'm Bobby Sixkilla. Welcome back to Yume and the Pulsating Mass. We have 3 orbs now. 3. There's more to go, but 3's good. Alright? It'll do, for now. I just don't know where to go. Hello. The Great Triangle. Sorry, I got a sneeze at me. Well, what have we here? If it isn't young Master Yume, no doubt you've come to swipe the super secret treasure right from under my nose. Well, tough luck, my boy. You're up against the fish family. The wife was upset about my constant adventure, so I took her and Guppy along this time. I would have preferred that we stayed in Bonita Vista, but my husband can be really impulsive sometimes. Don't act all friendly with Yume. He just wants to get close to us and steal our treasure. Now, Guppy, Yume is a dear friend. We go way back, you see. Fellow adventurers need to be cordial with one another. It's part of the adventurer's code. I'll make sure that you read it someday, once I write it all down. Sorry, Yume. As far as I'm concerned, we're not rivals anymore. Just friends. Well, hold on there. We're still rivals. I'm afraid the secret treasure of the giant triangle belongs to the fish family, my boy. Now, ta-ta. Wait up, Dad. This isn't good. They're both so reckless. My husband was warning us all the way here about the horrible traps. If you'll excuse me. Sorry about your husband, lady. Did you get eaten by the cat? No! Go away. Hey, it's Andrew. This place is steeped in ancient history. See this? It depicts your first grade science fair. Remember how you won? I was quite proud of you. Most of the first graders constructed baking soda volcanoes and made static electricity by rubbing balloons on their heads. The carbon dating experiment we did together was much more advanced. I knew you were smart enough to understand how radioactive ecantropes could be utilized to determine the approximate age of our samples. I really enjoyed working with you. You are the perfect lab partner. Well, we should be moving on. Why would this place record our first science fair day? Isn't that a bit weird? What? This might be something to do with the underlying story, but I get the feeling this entire world revolves around Yume, and I don't understand why. Aw, I wanted that. Hey fellas. Aha! I see you've fallen for a trap. Rookie mistake, I'm afraid. You would have fallen down here thousands of years ago, you'd have been covered in venomous snakes. I guess nobody fed them. That's right. I'm afraid this place wasn't built by responsible pet owners. It's a shame, really. Now, let me show you how to get out of this pickle. This is where a real adventurer experience comes in handy. You think that would have worked? Maybe I could try something. Oh, posh. Who's the adventurer here? Now that I think of it, I've run into this sort of contraption before. Many times, in fact. Now, Guppy, if you'd be so kind as to stand in front of the other switch. Aye, aye, Captain Dad. That's a good girl. We'll make a first mate out of you yet. Now get ready, as we have to flip the switches at the exact same time. Ready? Ready as a frog. On the count of 3 then. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm out of ideas. If I'm being totally honest, Mandy used to get us out of situations like this. If you're done, I have some ideas. Finally, that degree in mechanical engineering paid off. Aha! See that, Yume? That's my wife. With her brains and my keen intuition, you have no hope of getting the treasure. So long, my boy. Yeah, so long, my boy. Oh, and just for your information, I bring a lot to the table, too. Well, I suppose they're off again. I'm sure you do, Guppy. Well done. Bring a lot to the table and all that. Yeah. There's gonna be traps literally everywhere, isn't there? Way to go, Helga. There must be another orb in here, there's gotta be. Jimmy? Is that you, young man? It appears that the door is shut behind me. This is quite embarrassing for an old pro like me. You mind hitting those 2 switches? I believe you can hit them in any order. Ah, I'm hearing some old mechanisms whirring. Good job, young man. Now we just have to... Oh dear, the walls seem to be moving in on me now. I suppose it's one of those puzzly kinds of things. This is a weak spot for my brazen adventuring type like myself. Think, fish, think. Okay, how about you hit the right switch twice and the left switch? Jimmy, what did you do? The walls are closing in faster now and, my god, some holes have opened and deadly venomous scorpions are pouring out. Oh, let's see. I think earlier my wife hit the left switch twice, and then the right switch, then the left switch. Try that. 1, 2, there. Well, that was a close one. The close ones are all part of being an adventurer. I'm sure you understand, my boy. You're an idiot. Hey, Scorpion. Not many people take their time out of the day to speak to scorpions. That's refreshing. If I feel threatened, I'll still sting you though. Just like that guy that was crying in here earlier. Fair enough. No! No, super rad ghost. Bye, Scorpion. What a nice young Scorpion. What a lovely young Scorpion he was. What are we achieving here today? Douchebag. Hey Jimmy, you might think I'm stuck, but my dad told me exactly what to do in situations like these, and that's kick your legs as hard as possible. I was waiting for someone to find me so they could witness my daring escape. Watch. Bye. Just try the flower. It worked. Well, that was weird. I must not have kicked hard enough. Luckily, I've been trained as a frog, so I was able to hold my breath long enough to make it all the way down here. Do you know frogs are the perfect adventurers? Because they can fight in both water and on land. They can't fight at all, they're frogs. That's what Dad said after Henry joined his crew. I've been training for years to join Dad's crew, and now my training is finally paying off. Anyway, I better get back. Dad's probably already found some sweet treasure. Sweet! Probably. Let's go. No! Stupid ghost. Jerk. Looks like the family's all here. Now this is a simultaneous switch pressing shenanigan if ever I've seen one. Everyone stand on a switch. And? Great teamwork all round. I'll add you to the crew, Jimmy, but I'm afraid only fish family members can apply. Plus, I still don't feel like sharing the treasure with you. Sorry, my boy. Do you think we can fix up the sea worm with all the gold we find? I'm sorry for their lack of manners, Jimmy. I'm sure they're grateful for your help so far. I know I am. You're a lovely woman. Penguin? Looks kind of like a penguin. Not you guys again. Bloody hell. Anytime I gotta do something, you guys just show up and be a twat. Science Guardian seems to very much not like being punched. That seems to be his weakness. Getting punched in the mush. Bad for business. Ow! Ow! I got hexagoned. I got hexagoned hard. Oh, hello. Ah! The Museum of Natural History. You remember when we visited there, don't you? I told you all about your favorite dinosaur, Brachiosaurus. If they ever had a life-size replica built outside, they even had a life-size replica built outside. You wanted to climb on it. But we have to be respectful at institutions such as that. Like giraffes, Brachiosauruses would have eaten vegetation from very tall trees that other dinosaurs couldn't reach. This was the evolutionary advantage that led them to survive in a world populated by monsters. I remember you sat and listened so intently, waiting to hear every detail. And Buck, I think he was mostly sulking in the lobby. Because his favourite dinosaur would have been a Tyrannosaurus. Or something like that. Or a Megalodon. Where's the kid? Another locked door, another switch. That's how these things go, I'm afraid. I tried to stop her, but she said she was the only one who could fit through such a tight space. If you see Guppy, make sure she stays safe. When you drop some heals though, we are hurt. Right, back to it. That's a trap. I mean, it shouldn't matter if the spikes hit the blob. He's a blob. So it wouldn't matter, would it? That's how we do. Confidence. Circle of snakes. Hey, Guppy. Jimmy, did you see all the traps? I triggered those. It was like, whoosh, swing, and then I rolled all over the place using my frog-like reflexes, and now I'm fine, but kind of scared, but I'm really excited. I knew being an adventurer would be super fun. Now I know that my niche is fitting into small places. I'm gonna go back and tell everyone that I unlocked the door. That treasure's as good as ours. And, please don't tell my mum and dad that I almost died like 100 times from all these traps. Got it. I didn't even need to come in here then. Okay. Let's move on. The treasure's gonna be an orb. I hope. We got 3 more to find still. Jimmy's a beast, man, when he's in bear form. He's a beast. Dinosaur. This is a curious one. How did this get here? I drew this when I was a young boy, about your age. You must have seen this when you were looking through your grandma's boxes in the attic. There's a picture of my old imaginary friend. He was a Tyrannosaurus Rex named Colby. He was blue and covered in orange spots. I used to ride him and go to all sorts of adventures, in my mind of course. What's that? Do I still go on adventures with him? Oh, Jimmy, I'm a paleontologist now. Dinosaurs have been dead for millions of years. It's here because I saw it? Hang on, this is all getting a bit... like the whole world is created in our mind, sort of thing. Don't you think? It's here because Jimmy's seen it somewhere before. That's how it got here. Meaning Jimmy created this place? Everything that's here is created by Jimmy's mind? Is that the whole world or just this place? Jimmy! You've run into a bit of a snag in the treasure department. That is, there is no treasure. Here's just the exit and some weird ball of energy that seems beyond the realm of understanding. I need that. I touched it and made my hair frizzy. Yes, it did. Well, you might as well just head back home, Jimmy. This has been a major bust. Or has it? I've been doing some thinking. Yes, I know. I'm not normally a thinking man. I'm much more of an adventuring man. But thinking is like an adventure for your mind. After a lot of thought, I've come to decide that there is a treasure here after all. And that treasure is family, young Jimmy. Can't you see it? Adventuring with my family has been a great joy. I wasted all those years traveling with Maney and Henry. Could have been spending time with my family instead. Does that mean we get to go on more adventures, Dad? Well, I'm certainly going on more adventures. And how am I going to get anything done without a frog that can fit into really small spaces? I can do it. I can be that frog. While that sounds fun, dear, how about we go back to Bonita Vista? It's much more relaxing by the beach. Aha! Posh to that, I say. Yeah, Mum, posh. That's 2 against 1. Suppose I can't argue with those numbers. Let's just try to stay together from now on. The only thing I can promise is interesting times. Posh. Yes! Jimmy feels a sophisticated, earnest energy radiating from the orb. Would you like to touch it? Touch. Yes, I would. Jimmy hears words, too far away to be intelligible, drifting around him as if he were underwater. His father's stern, confident voice cuts through the noise. What are our options? The man replies, all we can do at this point is let it run its course and hope for the best. Jimmy's father's presence looms over the room. It's just a problem. Problems have solutions. Now solve it. The door snaps shut before the man has a chance to respond. Jimmy feels his father sitting on the bed next to him. He hears pages being flipped in a book, slowly, minute after minute. Minutes turn to hours. Jimmy can't keep count anymore. He feels the warmth of sunlight peeking through the window. The pages never stop flipping. Okay. I'm starting to get some insight into this game, I think. That sounds like he's dying then. Well, Jimmy's like sick or something. And this is in his head. Sort of like Figment. Remember the game Figment we played on the channel last year? Was it last year? Maybe the year before? I don't know. I think it was the year before. I'm getting some Figment vibes. Like this is playing out in our head while we're sick. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We need to get out of here and we need to find the next orb. We got 2 more to go. And then we can get into the central hub. Can I get this treasure chest now? I want to get that treasure chest that was there. Remember we fell down the hole when we tried to grab it? Graduation robe. That sounds good. Yep, it's an improvement. I love how all the forms come in handy. Every now and then. Not often, but you need to use them all every now and then. Alright, let's kick the crap out of this blue fish. Freeze the crap out of this red fish. We should be good to go. Now, I don't know where we're going to look next for the next orb. We're just going to fly around like we had been doing. We've been finding them pretty consistently, actually, just heading to places we've already... Places that we haven't been to before, but are near places we were. Places we couldn't get to without flying to. Seems to be where they all are. Makes sense, really, so we just got the flying ability for it. We're gonna head to the clubhouse, as usual, first. Heal up. And then we're gonna fly around and see if we can find the next orb. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.